Now the next one. Now this is somebody else who got to pull the trigger. Now Bobby Green was supposed to fight Jim Miller, but yeah, I don't know how you feel about Cowboy, but Cowboy fighting Jim Miller now. Now the first time, Cowboy knocked the Sonic rings out of Jim Miller's head.
He showed he didn't belong in the top like 5.
Yeah, he knocked the Mario coins out of his head. But now we got a Donald Cerrone who's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fight losing
who a lot older, who shouldn't have been doing.
And you know, and this is the thing I talk to Joes about all the time. Realistically, he lost to Alex Morono, Anthony Pettis, Conor McGregor, Justin Gaethje, and Tony Ferguson. It ain't like Jim Miller would have beat none of them people either. Like, if we just being real about it, like,
and I don't even think Jim Miller ever fought anybody as good as those guys.
Because the last 2 people that Jim beat was making their UFC debut. So I don't even know how in the world he got some of the most fights in the UFC, and you fighting people making their debut, and you on a win streak of people who have a combined 3, 4 fights in the UFC at this point. You know what I'm saying?
But he a fan favorite. You know, people love Jim. You know what I'm saying? Like, he been around. He one of them originals. You know what I'm saying? He done had them. I think them Clay Guida fights and all them guys. He done fought everybody. Like, that's true. He done lost to a lot of them. I think I know. I remember him losing. I remember Dan Hooker. I think put him to sleep. He lost to a couple of dudes. Like, but he done fought everybody from, like, I think Dustin a couple of times. Like, he's. You know, so people love him. Like, he really is. He lose to the big names, but he's that guy that opens the card up. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to kind of give him that. I don't know. He got sometimes
he do got a little bit. Man, if I'm looking at the list now that you mentioned it, I go look at his. He been in the UFC.
Everybody coming in.
2008, bro. And then some of the people that he fought before the UFC, they actually ended up going into the UFC. He fought Frankie Edgar and Bart Palazowski. He fought a bunch of people, bro. This dude got Charles Oliveira, Gleison Tebow, Kamal Charles, Ben Henderson,
some wins. Like, he got some real wins against crazy talent. Like, he got a win over the champ.
Yeah, but
I didn't think about that.
What did he say?
Oh, he got a win over Charles, but Charles did come back and eat him up.
Charles got back and avenged it, but he got a win over the champ.
Yeah, he took Charles' undefeated record.
Well, he said something like that was powerful, bro. Like, he said he lost to Dan Hooker. What if they ran this fight back? What if he beat like Donald Cerrone? Because Dan has been looking horrible, man. Like, he's in multiple weight classes. I think if Jim go out there and he make and get an impressive win, which
he very well might. So how do y'all think this fight will play out at this point? Because like realistically, you know, Donald didn't look that bad against Anthony Pettis, to be honest. Like, I mean,
I'm gonna tell you,
he did look
honest. I got Jim Miller taking this, and the reason why is because Donald was supposed to fight for like the last 2-3 months. And it keeps getting pushed back. That training, that body, that eating what you want, not eating what you want, going back and forth, that reckless training. Like, you remember Donald used to be like, oh, in a month, I need another fight. Oh, I need another fight. Like, I really feel like he a little punch drunk, where Jim Miller, 34, win streak, like 34 wins comes over like 12, 14 years. Donald did like 20 fights in like 6 years. Like, he really was like that guy. He was that original guy before. What's my man with the cleft lip that be with what's the new guy? Is it Hamzat?
Yes, yeah.
He was the original Hamzat. Like, I'll take it right now. We can go next week. Like, that's how he used to get down. So
the only thing is, how is Jim gonna win? He don't have a definitive way to win.
But the thing is, I don't think it's so much about Jim being as good as it's just where is Donald mentally. Like, I could see Donald going to sleep, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I can see. I ain't saying Jim gonna fly and knee my boy or nothing like that. I ain't saying it's gonna be, Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson. But I can see a winging left hand and just bam, Donald sleep.
I could see an ugly fight for an ugly fight win for Jim, mainly because, one, Jim don't get knocked out. He don't get submitted. He lose by elongated decisions. He don't get knocked out at all. And on top of that, Donald used to be like the hell-raising kick thrower. He don't do it like that no more.
That's true.
And we ain't really seen that jujitsu come out for real like that in a long time. Like it really, he used to have crazy jujitsu back when he was with John and all of them back in the day.
Yep.
I ain't seen that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if Jim make it ugly, I think he can make it. He can take it.
Another thing is Jim striking got like a whole lot better.
That's true. Jim striking has look better.
Man, dude, that's a fact.
Hey, Jim got a left hand on him now, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
He got it.
I just think it's different levels, man. I think Donald is a level above Jim, man. And like I think like because he's so well rounded, Jim can't take him down. I think he's gonna struggle against that.
I don't know, but one thing is Jim brings it from the beginning to the end. And Donald don't start fighting until halfway through the fight. Donald turns it on. And then it helped him when he was able to get those finishes. But now when the finishes ain't really coming like that, you know, it's like.
And sometimes, not to interrupt, sometimes Donald don't cut it on. He be timid. You've seen him be timid.
That's true.
He will act like he don't know how to throw no punches, no kicks, no nothing. Donald used to have the craziest kicks, man, to that leg. Like, this is the era for, realistically, Donald Cerrone with them lower leg kicks. Like, this is really, he used to just kill people with them big old board shorts on and just tear them legs up.
And then he'll come up high with that, and then he'll go to the body, and then when they start blocking low, that head kick was there every single time. That's how he got Jim the first time.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but he don't really do it like that anymore. So to be honest, my final pick, I'll probably go more lean towards Jim at this point. You know,
I'm going Jim Miller on that.
Unfortunately,
I'm gonna go with Donald, man. I think it's different levels, bro.